Alright. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to our lecturer, Dr. Mansur. Without further ado, allow me to introduce our group members. We are from group number 4. Our group members consist of 6 persons. First, we have Muhammad Akmal bin Muhammad Shah as a leader of the group. Next, we have Muhammad Raihan bin Jamil, and then Airil bin Zulfikhar, Muhammad Amirul Asyraf bin Izam, Rahmat Idham bin Ramli, and the last one we have Muhammad Fadzeli bin Zainal. The case study that we are doing and looking forward for our formation evaluation with the use of producing login tool is focused on Mutiara Field Indonesia. Next slide, please. The aim of the main case study is basically to quantifying the hydrocarbon saturation. After some years of producing, the gas production of this Mutiara field has depleted over years. In order to maintain the gas production, the behalf of management has decided to explore the remaining gas available in this particular formation. It is believed that there are more gas are remained in this particular formation, especially in the unperforated layer. In detecting the gas saturation, the normal method, which is known as sigma method, is not suitable and cannot be used to quantify the hydrocarbon due to some of reasons. For example, low porosity, lithology, as well as salinity. Next, I would like to pass to Muhammad Akmal for presenting his part. Thank you.
Alright, thank you, Raihan. So, for the tools that is used to diagnose and identify this low porosity reservoir is pulse neutron tools that we use and that is used. So the pulse neutron technology has been widely used for decades in formation evaluation in casehole conditions. Pulse neutron logging is often utilized in major fields to solve for the remaining saturation behind the casing. It is mainly used for determining the saturation in the reservoir and also the oil water contact. Next slide. As for the mechanisms of pulse neutron log, of pulse neutron tools, as its name is neutron, so the neutron will be emitted in specific time interval. Those neutrons that were emitted will be released to the formation, which go through the casing also, and moving and bounce through the porous media, which it can go through until it reaches the state of thermal neutron. As the neutron will interact with the atom in the formations, it also will produce the gamma ray. So different interaction will produce different type of gamma ray. So those gamma ray will be detected by the detector of pulse neutron in the measurement of the sigma. Next. So in the next slide is the video animation of the mechanism for a better view and understandings. So as we can see, first the neutron will be emitted and neutron will be passed through the casings and go through the formations. So as neutron go through the formations, the neutron will be go through the porous media and will be bounced until it reach the state of thermal neutron. Is that I just explained before. So at the state of these thermal neutrons, those so at the state of thermal neutron, it will interact with the atom in the formation and produce the gamma ray, which will be detected by the detector. So as we know, different sigma have different components. So so gas component is less than 10 sigma, and oil component is 21 sigma, freshwater 22, saltwater 40 to 120. So as we look here, oil and freshwater has not much difference. That's all from me. Next, presenter I will pass to Fadzeli.
Alright, so for the problem statement part, so the low contrast sigma value of fresh water and oil is in this case study area, which is dominated by a freshwater reservoir. So it limits the applicability of the sigma method to the gas saturation assessment. So the accuracy of the gas saturation calculation, on the other hand, will be greatly influenced by the rock lithology, particularly in the shale formation and porosity. So the sigma method gas saturation calculation can begin to demonstrate its considerable uncertainty in a low porosity reservoir near 12 porosity unit or lower. And also, for the solution, we have the tools, namely multi-detector pulse neutron tools. So basically, this tool uses newly introduced a ratio which is SATG, which is the saturation gate, which is also a capture mode measurement. So this measurement was designed to overcome the shortcomings of sigma in low porosity reservoir. SATG measurement use a frame chart to calculate gas saturation as a function of SATG versus porosity, where this frame chart is a function of borehole fluid and size and also the casing size. I think that's all for me, so I'll pass the result out to Airil. Thank you.
Thank you, Fadzeli. So next we will be looking at to the the interpretation result, where this is the figure for the sigma versus SATG base gas saturation. Next. So here you can see at zone here we can see this track 7 and 8. For track 7 we have the sigma calculation, which then track 8 will be the of them. So you can at A, the A3 top 7, the porosity is 10 to 11 per unit. The SCT is much higher average of 40%. See the higher in the line, compared to the blue line with the sigma saturation, which is around at percent. So here at B, in the E3 section peak of gas has a porosity of 12 to 15 per unit. So here at B, we can see the sigma blue line we cannot see, so it was not able to calculate any gas saturation. So whereas saturation of gas at B, so we can see at the red line here. Next, I will.
Okay, thank you, Airil. So move on to the interpretation result for zone A5. So based on the log, we can see the C point. Across this zone, we know that the porosity is around 8 to 11 porosity unit. And by using the sigma, this interval show no gas saturation. And why we using the SATG, the gas saturation show around 10% to 27% of gas saturation. Okay, next slide. Okay, for this one, this is the conclusion for our result. In this low porosity reservoir, SATG was able to detect the presence of gas that cannot be detected by the traditional sigma saturation method. So we can confirm this by gas production of 700 m standard cubic feet per day from the A3 and also for A5 zone. Okay, that's all for me. So next I will pass to Amirul for his part. Thank you.
So, so Sandstone, the sigma base gas saturation is depending on the lithology, especially shale volume. Most of the interval is dominated by relatively low porosity due to sigma low dynamic range in low porosity. This causes high uncertainty in gas saturation calculated. Because of that, the saturation gate saturation gate method is more suitable to be used in determining the gas saturation due to the method has reduced its dependency on lithology, water salinity, and the overall dynamic range. The saturation gate also introduced an additional value in evaluating the low porosity reservoir by rejuvenating production in the mature field. So next. So this is our reference for this study. Next. So that is all from our presentation. Thank you.